both, but that's what we want to think about. So when we talk about shoulder range of motion, we always need to consider the thoracic spine or your mid-back right here, because when I go to get my arm overhead, there's a lot going on right here at my shoulder and my shoulder blade, but there's also some extension that's happening in my thoracic spine or my mid-back. So we want to be able to make sure that we keep that mobile, and I'll show you two really great activities that can help you do that. The first one that we'll check out is using something like a foam roller. So you can buy a nice foam roller like this. You can get a really big PVC pipe as well, something that you can basically use as a fulcrum to where you can basically lay on this foam roller. So I'm going to have my knees bent. I'm going to put this foam roller right around the bottom of my shoulder blades, and I'm going to basically use that as a fulcrum, and I can put my head or hands over my head and just use that to lean back. Oh yeah, and that foam roller is going to serve as a fulcrum for you to work on that extension. You can hang out here if you want. A lot of times people will do repeated motions like this. That's a great one to do. Another one that you can do is leveraging something like a bench or a tabletop as well. So if you're going to be doing something at a tabletop, you'd be standing obviously, but the big thing I want you to focus on is you have your hips over your feet. If you're doing something on a bench, then you want to focus on having your knees or your hips over your knees. Okay, so what I'm going to do is take my hands like this, keeping my hips over my knees, and just sinking my chest into the ground, and that really targets your mid-back. You can also do the same thing, and this is going to get a little more musculature, is that if I bend my elbows like this and do the same thing, and you can even shift your weight left to right, but I'm getting a good stretch right in my thoracic spine right there. So those are some great ones to do. You'll probably hear some popping with this one, and that's perfectly fine and completely normal.